So you had a really strong end to your freshman season. How were you able to take that momentum into the off season, and how much improvement do you think you have seen, since we last saw you?
Just taking last year, it was really an experience year. Really learning the game, learning the flow. Then at the end of the year, I had more minutes, so I had stronger performances. So just going into the off season, just seeing what I really need to work on, and just building on it. Building on it this summer, this preseason, and a lot of film. Me and coach watched a lot of film. Just working on my game, seeing where I could improve, and really being a better leader, floor general, PG. So yeah.
We didn't see you at Pitt, but the Ohio State game, you did enough, but you didn't have to do as much that game. What do you see from your teammates? Is that fun for you sometimes, just to sit back and watch the other guys get the glory?
Yeah. Being a point guard, you really want to see everybody shine. It's really not all about you. Last year, I used to come in with a scoring mentality, but this year, I'm more of a team-oriented player. I really want to see everybody flourish. So I try to get everybody open and into their spot. So I think it opened up for me. So yeah.
Jizzle, Dan and CMOS have been open about, other programs kind of talking to them about trying to get them to transfer. What ultimately led to you deciding to stay at Cincinnati and committing to Wes Miller again?
Yeah, it wasn't even a thought. Just seeing what I did my freshman year, I knew I could build on it. Really just being in the city, the crosstown shootout, it's just things you want to come back for, just being a part of it, it makes you like, yeah, I want that feeling again. So like really just sticking with the culture, the program. I'm a loyal guy, so I didn't really want to leave. So yeah, just, being loyal.
Wes has talked about your improvement on the defensive side of the ball. What were those conversations like throughout the offseason and end of last season, and how much did you embrace that honest feedback from Coach Miller?
Just embracing it, because knowing like to get to the next level, you gotta play both sides. And in this conferences, you have to be a dog on defense. This is like the best defensive conference, so the talent-wise is crazy. So really just being a dog on defense. Like, say it again. Yeah, I kind of lost it.
So it's kind of known that Coach Wes is brutally honest with you guys. How much did you kind of appreciate that approach?
I appreciate it a lot, because it helped my development as a player. Just coming into my second year, I really know what's the expectation, and knowing the physicality and the expectation of every game that I have to bring in on the defensive side, and just not being offensive minded. So we're just being a complete player on both sides of the end.
Jizzle, how do you describe the hunger this group has collectively behind the scenes?
It's an everyday mentality with us. Not making a tournament last year, really, like, it's a hunger for all of us, because none of us really touched it except Dylan. So it's really just motivation, and it brings it every day. Seeing all the close games we had last year, it's really like it's on our head still. So we think about that every day as we compete, we battle with each other, and really just making that next step is really our big goal.
You saw Day go down at the end of last season, and you stepped up big time, and then now he's we don't know what his status is for Monday, but are you guys better when you guys are together, and do you think we'll see a lot of you and him on the court at the same time?
Yeah, definitely. You got two guards that really have the dog mentality, so I think we definitely are better. And it hurts that he's out right now, but I think everybody know that we have to fill his shoes, because he's a big key of our success, our program. He's one of our leaders, so we know we need him, but it gives everybody a chance to like step up and like become a part of the team, and really just feel the expectations what's needed on the defensive end and on the offensive end. So yeah.
When you come in as a freshman, you probably think you have a really good idea of basketball and what it takes. How wrong were you? Like, how much did you have to step back and go, man, I still got a lot that I need to add and put in my brain?
It's really just going through them games of them slumps. Like last year I had a couple slumps where I wasn't playing my best, and I had to come to realization like this is big time basketball. So it really just amps up your level of practice intensity, and when you're working out, you really try to work on what you do in the game. So it's really like experience, film, the little things, and you see what helps, what translates. So, yeah.
Jizzle, Rayvon took the red shirt last year. How excited are you to see him get on the court and see some game action for you guys this year?
I'm very excited. Just seeing all the work he put in, it really was tough last year, just not being able to play for him because he's from the city of Cincinnati. So just seeing all the work he put in and how it plays off. So just y'all seen the Ohio State game, how much he brings to the team. He elevates our energy, So it really it's really a blessing in disguise if you think about it. Like it helped him. He see what he needed to work on, and he sees the court differently. Like when you're on the bench, you see what's going on in the game from a different aspect. So, he saw that all year. So I think it's going to be big for us, big for the city and the program.
Do you think defense was the biggest thing you worked on this offseason individually? What would you say is the number one kind of attribute you were trying to sharpen?
Defense, I could say my perimeter shooting, becoming more of a deep threat shooter. So, I could help bring the defense out more, so I could create for others, create for myself. So it was a lot of things. My IQ, seeing the floor better. I really want to have a better assist to turnover ratio this year, really, and getting to the free throw line. I really want to be aggressive and draw fouls. Make the team guard us so I could open it up for our shooters. Help CMOS, get open, stuff like that. Lob threats for AZ.
You have the experience of playing against Connor and Dylan both last season. What have you seen from those two this offseason, and how have you kind of helped them with their progressions, having that familiarity with their game?
For Dylan, it's really just fit in where he fits in. Like he's a great cutter, lob threat. So just being that guy that puts the pressure on the defense, that open it up for him. And with Connor, he's a knockdown shooter, and he can play the one. So we play good off each other. He helps me, with shooting. We shoot together after practice a lot. So it's really complements each other game. Connor, he really great on off-ball shooting and being in the right spot, you know what I'm saying? So really it complements everybody. And I think they're great additions to this team. So.
Jizzle, you're talking about Connor Hickman a little bit more. What were you able to learn from him, being a younger point guard there, and he's been a guy that's been around now entering his senior season? What veteran advice were you able to get from him?
I really learned how to just let the game flow, let the game come to me. Being in the right spot, being smart. I really learned from an IQ standpoint of how to find my niche in some things. Like when I don't have the ball, how can I be effective? So it's really off the ball movement, and stuff like that.
Sean Kilpatrick came back and got inducted into the Hall of Fame. I know he talked to the team. Did you get a chance to talk to him one-on-one at all? And what did you learn? What did you gather from him when you talked to him?
Just gathering. I gathered a lot from him. He told me he was here for 5 years. It blew my mind, and he told me it's just an everyday thing. You have to stay at it. You're going to have your downs, you have your ups when you're thinking it's you probably don't even want to play basketball no more. You might have them thoughts, but ultimately he told me just to keep going every day and stay in the gym, stay at it. So just the little things. He really preached the little things. So, yeah.
All right, thanks, Jizzle.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jizzle.
Appreciate
Appreciate